Okay, it should be recording. I am Christiana Varela with Modesto B newspaper, and I am here with.
My name is Senator Rove. I'm in Grove. I'm from the 16th district, and I'm a Republican.
Hi, my name is Senator Melissa Hurtado, representing Senate District 14 in California, and I am here with Modesto B and my co-chair, Shannon Grove.
Okay, thank you guys. So yesterday I received an email from, I believe, Senator Grove.
Yes.
And I believe you guys wanted to come on to respond to my previous podcast with Senator Portantino, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so yesterday in the podcast, we mentioned his two bills, SB 21 and SB 22, I believe. So is there anything you guys would like to comment on that, or maybe comment on his bills, how you voted on them, maybe? So go ahead.
I mean, ironically enough, me and Senator Hurtado were the only two people that did vote for his bill. Besides that, I found the bill at first very interesting, and so, but the problem with the bill that and the reason why it didn't pass is that not many people well understood the bill at first, and that's kind of the biggest pitfall of the bill. How are you able to pass legislation if no one understands what you're trying to pass?
And are you
And
referring to SB 21 or SB 22?
SB 21.
Okay, so what exactly did you not understand?
No, it wasn't me. It was our committee.
Just to clarify
Yeah,
sorry, my bad, Senator Grove,
yeah.
but just to clarify and add on, during the procedure, so as chair, I do genuinely believe the committee has valuable input, especially regarding any questions they had. So to be transparent, so during our procedure, I allow committee questions to occur. So there were questions from the committee, both from myself and Senator Grove regarding the bills, just further clarification. If you want more insight on the questions I asked, I was the senator who asked specifically how this might affect students who are on DACA or students who are AB 540 or just in general undocumented students, since although they don't qualify for federal loans, how would this affect students in that category that do want to seek out private loans? Because there are some students, even when they're identified as undocumented or they are DACA recipients who do qualify for those loans. So I just wanted to know more insight on that part. Senator Groves had more questions regarding how the process would go. So in fourth, we presented this to our committee, and then I opened it up to the public. And the California Teacher Association were the most vocal about being confused about the bill, mainly because it was more of applying those, because the bill is about applying those regulations and practices on federal loans to private loans. And so they wanted more clarification. So I completely understand Senator Portantino's frustration and the scrutiny he received under that. But it's just to give consideration that he did not receive those votes because there was some confusion regarding his bill and he couldn't secure the confidence from my committee. I voted A for the bill as well as Senator Grove because despite there being some confusion, this bill has a lot of potential to help out students, which is our priority, and it is my priority as the chair of the LNE committee, my apologies, to ensure that students are provided the best opportunity. It's been unfortunate that there's been a lack of communication and a misunderstanding. I definitely apologize if there was some on my part.
Apologize to
And
who?
Senator Portantino, if he feels those frustrations, I even sent him an email after that podcast to ensure like his needs and concerns are heard, because I do genuinely believe everyone needs to be considered regarding that aspect.
I
How,
agree.
however, if we're not as collaborative and if we don't move forward from this, um, how will we progress as in general as a party, as people who just want the greater good, as what was discussed in the podcast last time, the greater good
Right.
for the students. So a
Yes.
constant flow of communication is essential for that progress, correct? So I
Yes.
would just like to say that there's no personal attack on Senator Portantino. If anything, I even emailed him today regarding those concerns, because I know he also mentioned concerns about not being contacted for his other bill, SB 22. And that is because, as chair with procedure, I want everyone's bill, because there are senators who have like two bills in my committee, like, you know what I mean, about education. So I want everyone to go through that cycle at least once, in order for everyone's voices to be heard, for all the senators to defend their bill, which is
Alrighty.
what I want.
Chairman Melissa, can
Mm-hmm.
I read out some statements that Senator Portantino uh, left me to maybe, I guess, to tell you guys? So, a couple statements that he made in a text message is the L&E committee did not use the correct process for denying the bill. Their questions and amendment requests were unclear and vague. When presenting the bill, the committee did not allow from proper communication between me and the committee, and the committee did not form their own opinions and base their decision on public opinions from a standing audience which they gathered during the bill hearing. So those are some statements that he made, and would you guys like to maybe comment on them?
I would like to comment on that. If anything, you know, one great thing that I've learned, and that's from Mr. Ross, from is that if you don't get the support needed for the bill, you don't have a movement to write on, and that's one of the things that Pertino didn't really like. If you're trying to pass legislation, you need to create that movement. You gotta try to push, contact, and reach out. Many senators are busy trying to do their own thing,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the sad things is that many people are trying to do things independently, and the whole point of trying to pass legislation is to ensure that you create a movement and and get people to support your bill, and try to ensure that everyone on that is able to like go for support your bill. And that's one of the things that was what happened during committee is the confusion due to the teachers association, that she brought questions, and like I it seemed that many people in our committee were confused about at the end of it what to vote on and what the bill was about. So it's like usually if you don't understand something, you don't obviously say yes, you say no. And like one of the things I recommended Senator Pertino was that he should try, like when presenting his bill next time, he should try making it clearer, try get to the point, cut the beef.
Okay. And how about you, Chairman?
Yes, of course. So I definitely, again, appreciate the voice concerns Senator Portantino has told you. I would have appreciated more if Senator Portantino told me directly, as it seems like you are put in a position where you kind of have to be a liaison, which is not what is supposed to be created from that. After that hearing, I did ask Senator Portantino to contact me personally, in order to work through some things if he had any additional questions or any concerns about the hearing, because I know that was a lot to take in regarding the questioning and just making
Right.
sure all the
Ooh,
senators are heard properly. So I just
let
wanted
me
to
pause
address
you
that.
right
Okay.
there. So do you feel like the committee is lacking proper communication between each other? Or is it just a lack of communication between Portantino with you?
I think you can say there could always be better communications with committees, but
Right.
I try
Mhm.
my best as chair and vice chair and secretary to update the agenda weekly. I try to make myself accessible as possible, especially regarding the concerns the committee had, especially last week. So it could be better for sure for the communication for the committee, but that can be said
Mm-hmm.
for any committee. It would be more specific given the circumstances right now.
Oh,
Senator Portantino, sorry, give me a
yes.
second, Senator Go. Given the circumstances of how Senator Portantino, instead of directly shooting me an email or even messaging me regarding these concerns to talk about it more thoroughly, to be professional, it goes it he went towards a reporter, which honestly this is really good, coverage for your job, but I would have appreciated if there was more of communication between me and him regarding how we can work forward. With the email I sent right now to Senator Portantino, I even asked if he needed any support regarding co-sponsors
Mm-hmm.
or any support regarding lobbyists, which has been a very big kind of pattern we've seen, that those bills who often have lobbyists or who have like active supporters tend to be voted more on by the committee because there's confidence from that public that bill will be passed. It would be unfair for the committee to pass a bill if they don't thoroughly understand it and then have that bill go through either appropriations or even the floor session and have that same kind of scrutiny and questioning. So if anything, it's better to have that clarification now rather than experience it firsthand in front of the rest of the senators on the floor. In addition to, the pro temp, it was just more clarification that needed to be fixed on both far ends. Does that answer your question?
Yes, that does.
Uh, to further add on, just a bit is that Senator Pertino doesn't only have to contact her. If he's not capable of reaching the chairman, he's always able to reach out to someone else via me, and I could always try reaching out to the chairman and try to ensure his confidence that his bill will be heard and
Mm-hmm.
understand the circumstances of the situation. Another recommendation I did give Senator Pertino, it was that like one of the major things that he could do was that he could reach out to the lobbyists that that was very confused about their bill and try to work with them and get their support as well.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, is there any last closing comments you guys would like to make?
Um, if anything, one of the things Senator Pertino presented was his health bill, SB 22. I found that
Correct.
very interesting, and I look forward to be hearing it during committee. Hopefully, it could get the support needed to be able to pass
I
the bill,
agree.
and something like that is needed. Also, for me personally, is that I would be presenting a health bill as well this Thursday. Um, this
Interesting.
this bill is a mental health bill. It focuses
What
on
bill number is it?
it's SB 15. I
SB 15.
I have amended the bill. It's as it stands right now. It is not the current bill that is posted on our CAT courses.
Right.
So just to give you a little bit of insight, let me pull it up right here of what the bill is.
Okay.
Is SB 15 for it's for it requires it's mental health is essential because it relates to our emotions, psychological and social well-being. Like physical health, mental health is an equal and important component of overall health. Therefore, only including mental health and addictions treatment deemed medically necessary by a doctor limits the number of people who receive the help. Statistically, statistics show that more than 50% will be diagnosed with a mental illness or disorder at some point in their life. This will this bill will bring additional aid for mental health cost coverage not covered by insurance companies. Mental health includes conditions and affects the people's well-being, feeling, mood, um, as long as it is affect their ability to relate to others and function each day. My bill has the currently is sponsored by the California Labor Federation, and as well as has the I have a principal co-author being Senator Eggman, who passed SB 3 and SB 14.
Mm-hmm.
So my bill essentially focuses on people making sure that people who get health coverage for California workers. I have renamed the bill, and it is called Holistic Health for Californians,
Mm-hmm.
and
Interesting.
it will bring and it'll make it more accessible and easier for people to just have that access to get the mental health needed to help themselves and those
Right.
their families, and it's just provided by their medical health plans and Medi-Cal.
Okay. I am excited to see how that uh, turns out on the floor when you guys have your
Mm-hmm.
hearings. I'm excited to see the outcome of it. Cassandra, any last closing comments from you? Sorry,
Well,
Not Cassandra. Chairman. I'm sorry.
no worries. I mean, even though we're in a simulation, it is class. Thank you so much, Christiana. Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yes, Christiana. Yes.
Christiana, thank you so much for having us on this interview. And once again, definitely bringing awareness to the bills that Senator not only Grove and myself, but also Senator Portatino has on the front. They're really good bills regarding ensuring that students are given the best options possible to make
Right.
the best out of their education, which is what
And
we're all really for.
I agree completely. Me representing, or not representing, but me reporting for Modesto, a place, where there's a lot of college students being near UC Merced College. I do
Mm-hmm.
think Portantino bills will affect people living in the area that I report on. So I'm excited to see what turns out with those. And I really do hope you guys make amends with Portantino. And I'm
I
sorry?
hope he reaches out. I hope he reaches out to us,
Yep.
as stated. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something, Cassandra? I mean, Chairman.
Oh no, I was like, what were you gonna say, Christiana?
Just that's really it. Um yeah, I have no further questions. Cassandra, I
Awesome.
don't know if you finished what
Awesome.
you were saying. I kind of cut you off there.
Oh, no worries. Don't apologize. Just once again reiterating, I think SB 21, SB 22 are great builds that just need more further clarification, specifically SB 21, because regarding debt collection limitations, that is a big issue regarding students. I know, like, breaking out of character, like, for Cassandra, myself, it's something important to students because there's a lot of predatory, like, loan companies, like, specifically giving students the wrong information. As we know, as first generation students, this is harmful for us in the long term run because our best way for social mobility is through college education. So if we're not providing the adequate necessary like tuition costs or even loan coverage, it's not going to go well for us in the long run. So as Melissa Hurtado would say, it's definitely always the best interest of the students and the people in general going forward from this bill. And SB 22 is scheduled, well, was initially actually scheduled for the next committee hearing, which would be the week after our caucus meetings. But I did give Senator Portantino, an email regarding the option if he wanted to actually present his bill tomorrow during our committee hearing. So, like I said, I'm a very flexible person regarding as being not only like a chairwoman, but also just being human and a senator myself, trying to make myself as accessible as possible to ensure all senator voices are heard. And that's all I gotta say. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very well said. I appreciate your guys' times. Thank you for coming on, and I am excited to see what happens.
Awesome. Thank you so much and take care.
Of course. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.